Good morning. Hope you had a good weekend, because I did, even though I've got quite a bad cold at the moment. My mum treated me to some tickets to the BRMB Live 2010 in Birmingham, which was brilliant. It had loads of acts on it, and it was such a good night. It started at about 6:30 or 6 o'clock and ended at about 11, so yeah, it was such a good night, really good fun. So I just wanted to talk about it really and go through some of the acts. So the first person that came on stage to kind of start us off was Mark Ronson to do a DJ set. He was really good. I mean, to start off, it wasn't that good to begin with. He did get the audience going by the end of it. I think it was to do with the house lights, really. Because they were still on for about 5 minutes of his set, so it just didn't feel, because he was trying to get us into the clubby mood, and because the lights were still on, it just didn't really happen. So yeah, but yeah, by the end of it we were kind of getting psyched for the next acts and everything. And then to my amazement, the next act was McFly. I haven't seen them live before, but I have watched stuff of them doing things live, and they're brilliant live. They are amazing. I mean, they were pretty exhausted when they came to Birmingham, because they nearly got stuck in Dublin, because they had been to Madrid the day before, then Dublin, and then they were going to Birmingham. So yeah, they were pretty exhausted, but you could see they were having such a good time, and it was brilliant. And they're hot. We all know this now. So yeah, I really enjoyed their set. It was brilliant, and I loved the newer version that they've done of Five Colours. It was just so kind of had a bit of sex appeal to it. But Danny was getting into it quite a bit. And Dougie, he was saying some weird things. I don't know if he was drinking or he was that exhausted that he just didn't know what to say. But Dougie, I think a lot of the girls wanted to strip for him right there and then and jump on him. Seriously. He was pretty weird, but quite funny. If you get time to look it up, look it up. He was hilarious. And then they did, of course, Shine a Light, one of their biggest singles that they've ever released. And yeah, I don't have any faults with them. They were brilliant live, and they had a good time on it, and they're very talented guys. Very talented. So next to follow, I think, was Alexandra Burke, but I'm not completely sure about that. But yeah, she sung The Silence really, really well, and that was one of my favourite tracks on her album. So yeah, I was really pleased that, she sang it, and she could, she showed that she can sing. She was only doing it to a backing track though, so it's just her on her own on the stage. Yeah, it got a bit boring after a while, really. But what else can she do with that song, to be honest? So the next people were The Wanted. Yeah, their tracks are catchy. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they are catchy. But I just don't see the hype for them. I mean, I know I'm not that age range anymore, and probably if I was 15, I would be in love with them, because your hormones are everywhere at that point. But yeah, it was pretty boring to watch. They were only doing their stuff with a backing track as well, and just them on the floor. It just wasn't really enjoyable. And then they got on the X Factor as well. Why isn't McFly on the X Factor? Why? Just why? Seriously. Then I think it was Shane Ward.
Get off the stage.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, he was doing exactly the same as Alexandra Burke and The Wanted, just singing to a backing track. And then I've never really liked his songs, and he seems a bit of a prick, to be honest. I didn't enjoy him much at all. He's just, yeah, he isn't enjoyable. he knows he's hot, so I hate this kind of guys. So Joe McElderry came on next, I think. I really should have wrote this down, really. Yeah, he is brilliant live. He's got a really great voice on him, and he is talented. But still, he did sing with a backing track. Yeah, it got a bit boring. It was either Example or Ollie Murs next. So I'm going to talk about Example first. He surprised me. And yeah, he was really good live. I mean, he had the band with him. He did everything live. Nothing was like a backing track or anything like that. It was all doing it live there and then. And it was really enjoyable. He got the audience going. Yeah, he surprised me. He was brilliant. I really enjoyed him. Then Ollie Murs. I actually love him now. He's so cheeky. He is a cheeky guy. And yeah, he's entertaining. He is such a character, like my mum says. And he can dance. And I love a guy that can sing and dance. And yeah, his tracks are really, really catchy. And because of this show, I actually bought his album today. And yes, Mum, I will send you a copy in the post when I have time. Alright? So yeah, I haven't really listened to it yet because I just bought it. But I'm looking forward to it. And I read in the book, and he has written a lot of the tracks on here. Like, he has had help, but yeah, he's talented. I'm telling you, he's one to look out for. All the girls wanted him, you could tell, and his dancing is just amazing. So yeah, he was brilliant. I really enjoyed him. He was one of the highlights for me. McFly, Ollie Murs, and I'll get to the next one, obviously. So then I think it was the Hoosiers. Yeah, they did do Goodbye Mr. A, and they did I think one or two from their newest album. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it that much. So then I think Diana Vickers came on stage, and she came on her own. I've got to give her that she's only 19, coming out on that stage in front of, I think, about 20,000 people watching her. It would be pretty daunting to me. It was okay. It wasn't as bad as like Shane Ward, but it was okay, you know. But it hasn't made me want to buy her album. So then I think it was Tinchy Strider. I don't know his newer songs, so I couldn't really get into it as much as I could have if I knew them. But he did do the song with N-Dubs, number 1. N-Dubs wasn't there, but he just sang along to the parts which were his parts. And yeah, I liked that. So then the Saturdays came on. I really don't enjoy them that much. Their songs are catchy. They are catchy, but they're just so mechanical, and it feels like everything is rehearsed so many times that they just don't have fun with it anymore. They just seem so fake, really, and their vocals weren't that good either. Their harmonies were quite bad. But then the script came on. They were the last act of the night, so everyone was just, you know, waiting for them to come on. You know, everyone was singing along. All their songs are like ones you just sing along to without even thinking about it, and you know the words straight away, even though, you know, because I didn't have any of their albums before I went to see them, but I have thought about buying their album. And then after this, I did, because all the songs they were singing, it's like, oh my god, I know the words to this. You know, I'm actually standing up and enjoying this, and they're brilliant live as well. They're such a talented band, and it was such a good end to the night. They just seem so genuine and such nice guys. So yeah, that was my experience at the LG. I just want to say a big happy birthday to Dougie from McFly. It's his birthday today, so it means I'm only 3 days older than him. Pretty strange. It's just meant to be. It's just meant to be. Joking, of course. If you're watching this, I hope you have a brilliant birthday and don't work too hard. So, I'll be hoping to do some reviews soon on some of the albums that I've bought, because I've listened to McFly's album quite a lot now. I'm getting into Rihanna's. I've got Ollie Murs here. I've got The Script, Bruno Mars. So many albums. But I'll get to it. I will get to it. Hopefully. Okay. Until next time.